What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Strangers Minds. I'm Fernando, and today we are going to watch scary flashbacks, scary hiking encounters you'll regret watching. I know you guys are enjoying the most disturbing camping encounters, but now this is about hiking. So let's see. I mean, they kind of, they're kind of in the pretty same field, hiking and camping, except, hiking, there's more of a physical aspect. You're not really sleeping, overnight in the forest. You're walking through the forest, right? So let's see what this has in store for us today.
The trail feels safe until it doesn't. From ghostly figures in waterfalls to axe-wielding strangers crawling through the dark, these are the hiking encounters you'll wish you never saw. These are the scary hiking encounters you'll regret watching. Case number 1. On February 27th, 2012, in a quiet area in Rio Claro, Brazil, a group of tourists had stopped by a beautiful waterfall. The sound of rushing water filled the air,
That's
and the
beautiful.
place felt peaceful until something strange happened.
Domingo, curtindo uma cachoeira em Leeds, Rio de Janeiro. E vários.
While filming the scene, one of the tourists noticed a dark, human-like figure slowly emerging from the water. It wasn't swimming, it wasn't climbing, it was simply rising, its shape too still, too unnatural.
Visual na mata. Agora o melhor de tudo é essa queda d'água. Muita água. Muita força. Uhul! Ih, caraca! Tem uma coisa ali. Caraca, apareceu um cara ali no meio da água. Mozinho! Mozinho, você viu o cara no meio da água? Caraca! Ali, mozinho!
The figure stood for only a moment. Without warning, it slipped back into the waterfall and vanished completely. The water churned as if something had passed through, but there were no splashes, no signs of movement afterward.
Tem alguma coisa lá no meio da água.
The group searched the area but found nothing, no footprints on the wet rocks, no one else in the water. The place felt suddenly colder, and the cheerful sound of the falls now carried a strange, heavy silence. Later, when the footage was uploaded, many believed it showed a ghost, possibly the spirit of someone who had drowned there long ago. Others refused to watch the video a second time.
Mozinho, você viu o cara no meio da água? Caraca! Ali, mozinho!
The figure had appeared for only seconds, but for those who saw it in person, that moment still lingers like the chill of the waterfall's mist. With that being said, let's move on to our second scariest hiking encounter ever caught on camera. Case number 2. On the night of May 26, 2025, Ray set up...
Hold on. For some reason, the space bar didn't work. So what do you guys think? Huh? I do not know what language they were talking, but it sounded like it had it was familiar as far as Spanish is concerned. Like I almost could have understand some words, but to me, this video it had the feel of the person was recording. They were just recording good old time, their experience, and then somebody else grabbed this footage and edited whatever that was. Because it didn't seem like that person had any acknowledgement whatsoever of anything but recording their experience at the river. Somebody else grabbed this footage, edited it, and sent it to scary flashbacks. I mean not specifically to scary flashbacks, but scary flashbacks found this footage from, it's probably passed on, a lot of hands in the cookie jar kind of thing. And yeah, that's my feel about that video. But that was unexpected because I thought the whole purpose of the hiking encounters was going to be more, dare I say, not paranormal. But let's see what else. Let's see what else.
His trail camera and audio recorder deep inside a remote forest. The area was calm, untouched, and silent except for the distant rustle of animals. The only human he saw that day was a lone hiker passing by.
I got this spot. I found a deer trail. Look where it goes. So I, parked down that way, walked up here. It keeps going on up there. And I want to look up that way up the trail. So I think the perfect spot would be right here. This good old spot. And just look straight up there, and if any deer come walking by, I'll catch them. So I need to get the trail cam and set it up. And we got her. So here's the trail cam. Got it set up. It's facing over there perfectly. But I've got a nice little treat for you guys. There's the sound recorder. Okay. So I'm going to have the trail cam going. I'm also going to have the sound recorder going. I'm going to listen to the audio first, and then the trail cam, just to see what we...
By the next morning, everything seemed normal, except the audio recorder had stopped working, its batteries completely drained.
Oh, I think we're in luck. Nope, didn't get stolen. It's still here. Okay. There's my stuff, still here, waiting for me. And the audio recorder, it looks like it turned off. That's okay, it just means the batteries died probably not long ago. So, well, we'll see how much audio we get. It's made so that as soon as the battery dies, or right before the battery dies, it stops the recording and then dies, so you don't get corrupted or lose it. So we'll be okay. We'll see what kind of audio we got.
Later, while reviewing the footage, Ray found something that made his blood run cold. Exactly 4 a.m. First, just the audio was strange, having strange taping sounds in it, but later, when he watched the recorded footage, it left him shaken. A shirtless man emerged from the darkness. He wasn't walking, he was crawling slowly across the forest floor, his bare skin pale under the faint light. In his hand, he gripped a massive axe, dragging it beside him as he moved. The camera caught no sound, but the way the man's head turned toward the lens suggested he knew it was there. For a moment he stopped, standing low, and stared before vanishing back into the trees. Ray asked the nearby villages if anyone recognized the man. No one did. The place where the figure appeared was miles from the nearest home, with no trails leading in or out. To this day, the question remains, why was he there in the dead of night, crawling through the forest with an axe? And more importantly, was he alone? Moving on to our third eerie footage.
I mean, honestly, I found weirder that there were a bunch of farm animals just in the wilderness with the deers and stuff. I mean, where's this at? Did we just see like 4 or 5 deers, and then we saw a cow, and then we saw a pig, and now we see a man? It is like, what's that song? Was that nursery song? Oh my god. I mean, I don't think there's nothing weird about it because he's not posing any threat or danger. I mean, I found it weird that I saw a pig out there in the forest. I mean, that to me was weird. That's where I went like, the hell? Is this real? But this should be quite normal, right? I mean, a shirtless guy with an axe through the wilderness at, that's what they say. They say it's 4 o'clock in the morning, but there's no real evidence of that, of the timing. This could be just, or even so, people live out there and do stuff. How many times have we seen survivor shows and people, YouTubers, going out there and recording themselves? This is probably normal. But anyway, let's go.
Straight from the woods. Case number 3. On the night of February 21st, 2018, Chris was walking through a quiet part of town in Florida, filming for his YouTube channel. At first, everything seemed normal, just dim streetlights and empty sidewalks. But suddenly, one of the lights in the alley began flickering strangely. It would turn off completely, then suddenly turn back on as he walked past. Chris said the light never acted like that before.
She has to run because, it's not as dangerous, but it is dangerous at the same time because you never know who's watching you from here. And what the freak? You guys saw that? You guys saw that, right? What the? You guys, I know you guys just saw that, right? I kept blinking. What the hell?
That's not strange, my guy. I live in Florida. That's not strange.
And it never does that. Look, it just went out. It just went out. It doesn't do that at all.
I'd argue that the one time it can is probably because the bulb is about
Turn on.
to go.
Let me see if it turns on. Will it turn on for me? What the heck is going on? You can see it has a little light into it too.
Is this hiking?
Right there.
Later, he noticed a man walking back and forth in the distance. The man kept glancing toward him, moving strangely, and then vanished from sight. Moments later, Chris saw him again, this time much closer.
That I have never figured out before. Is that you could drive go-karts on the streets. To me, I think that's pretty dope. Because I'm gonna get a go-kart, I'm just gonna just drive on the streets. Because the last time I saw over here was like a go-kart, all the way down there. And the guy turned it on. It was so loud, you guys. It was so loud. Oh crap! I have to go back through this creepy place. I'm telling you, it is really scary. I'm really scared of going down that place because what? Oh crap! All right. I'm gonna tell you guys something real quick. There's this guy that's walking back and forth. And I saw him. He was just talking to himself. It was really weird. And he kind of looked at me. I was going like this. I saw the guy at first, but like as soon as I don't know, it was pretty like crazy.
This guy seems like he's never been out in public.
That's the guy. That was the guy that I was talking about. He was just walking from where you guys like.
I don't know. I'm getting
lights were turning on and off. He was
guy.
walking from there.
This guy's just a little bit.
I don't know what he's doing. That's creepy.
Exactly. He's just walking forth. You're in a public place, my guy. I'm sorry.
The man was following him. Chris could see him in the corner of his camera frame, moving his arm back and forth in an odd, slow motion. There was no one else around, and the alley felt colder and darker.
I can see the guy. The guy disappeared. I can't see him anymore.
Dude probably went into a store. What's going on here, man?
Yo, that is weird.
Oh, real weird.
The guy disappeared.
Yeah.
That guy just disappeared.
What audience is this guy reporting to?
Gonna head home right now because that's just freaking me out. I just got freaked out
past your
right
bedtime.
Now. So bad. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, you guys.
But I'm walking in front of that. Dude, it just turned on. It was completely off. It was off. All right, you guys. What the hell is he doing? Dude, I think this guy is actually crazy.
He probably has some mental issues, yes.
You guys, where's he at? Dude, he's right there. Right there. Listen. Look what he's doing. He's just moving his arm back and forth. What the hell?
I don't think that's the same
Yo,
guy.
this place is creepy. This place is actually really.
As Chris hurried toward home, the street light that had been off suddenly flickered back to life, right as he passed under it, making him feel like someone or something was watching.
Creepy. All right, I'm gonna go home right now. I'm gonna get situated. I didn't even tell nobody that I was gone. But you guys, comment down your favorite part of the video. It was probably the light, because I swear,
it's just
when I was walking towards it, like after, like just now,
a night,
just recently, the last time I was walking towards it, it was off completely. Like I was staring at it for a while. And then as soon as I went in front of it, that just like turned on. It was a couple of people that passed by there too. Because there was two people. It was that guy that was following me, and this other guy that was coming in front of me, that was like walking towards me, and that was weird.
Dude, there's like hundreds of cars around you.
But anyways,
talking about.
The man never said a word. He just kept walking behind Chris until he disappeared again. To this day, Chris doesn't know who he was or why he followed him through that haunted alley. Let's move on to our fourth footage from TikTok user Melody's OG.
Please,
Case number 4. On May 21st, 2023, a TikTok user shared footage from his last hiking trip. While hiking through the thick wilderness, he came across a dark cave. His curiosity made him step inside, slowly moving through its passages. The air was cold, and the walls seemed to close in around him.
What is that? Those are bats. Is that real?
Something ahead caught his attention. A large shadow blocked part of the path.
I mean, I'm sorry. The only reason why I said is that real is because these caves, they're usually dark and they don't have, I don't know, ambiance of light. I don't know. It just seemed like, they walked into a, you know, one of these amusement, amusement parks, uh, places where they do just about pretty much everything. That's what it looks like. I mean, that's why I asked: is this real?
As he moved a little closer, the shape became clearer. He finally saw it, a massive bear lying motionless in the darkness. Its size was terrifying, and for a moment it felt like the whole cave belonged to it. The bear was deep in hibernation, its slow breathing echoing faintly in the cave.
Man, you saw this replay like 5 times already.
His chest tightened, and every instinct told him not to make a sound.
Number
Step by
six.
step, he backed away, careful not to wake the beast. He stepped back into the daylight, alive and shaken, knowing that a single wrong move could have ended everything. With that being said, let's move on to our fifth haunting hiking clip. Case number 5. On September 8th, 2024, in a video uploaded by Unfiltered Presney on TikTok, a man was hiking deep inside a remote mountain range. The trail was quiet, the air cold, and the climb steep. That's when he saw it, high on the mountainside. A dark cave with something huge inside.
This be the face of Bigfoot?
Why is it so
He moved
small?
closer and his heart stopped. A massive stone head was jutting out from the cave wall.
Bigfoot?
Its shape looked like a face, but not a human one. Its features, wide, deep-set eyes, a heavy brow, and a long, thick mouth looked eerily like Bigfoot.
This be the face of Bigfoot?
The stone
Oh my god, man. People are so gullible. Jesus Christ. And then what's messed up is that if like, you go to his TikTok and he has millions of followers. Freaking TikTok is paying this dude just to do stuff like this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 You see a face here. Then you see a face here. Let's see. I mean, you see a nose. There's a nose, the mouth, eyes. You see, like that actually looks like skeleton over there, a skeletor actually over here. Yeah. I'm not gonna deny it looks like a smiling nose, two eyes, but pretty much everything over here has a face to it. So no, not a face of a Bigfoot. It's just that you seeing a rock formation or possibly even somebody carved this like that, which is why you see faces. Look, this guy looks like he has a beard. It's this is a good example for when every time I mention matrixing you could see something and your brain is going to form something that it's relatable to or something that you recognize like a face. So but definitely not the face of Bigfoot, my guy. Jesus Christ. He- man, this what's going on, what's going on?
face appeared so perfect and lifelike, it was almost as if it was staring right at him. The
Oh,
place
yeah.
was so high and hard to reach that he couldn't imagine how anyone could have carved it there. Then came the thought that made his stomach twist. What if it wasn't carved at all?
A group of hikers filmed this face inside.
He remembered an old theory he once read, that giant creatures, maybe even living beings, could be turned into stone after centuries of minerals and weather, burying them in time. Looking at the size of the head, he began to believe it.
The cave and it closely resembles Bigfoot.
He slowly stepped back, but the face seemed to follow him with its stone eyes. That was when he knew some parts of the mountain were not meant to be found.
Could this be the face of Bigfoot? A group of hikers filmed this face inside a cave and it closely resembles Bigfoot.
That brings us to our last footage for scary hiking encounters that you are going to regret watching. Case number 6. On November 18th,
I feel like I'm just gonna say just to say, but come on, guys. Um, I want to apologize if this isn't quite the experience we thought we were gonna have. But regardless of what, we're having a good old time. It's watch eat popcorn, take a drink, 2 zips, 3 zips. Damn, with the stuff that we're seeing today, this video get better with the more you drink. Yes. So just taking one clip at a time.
2020, on an unknown road in the USA. It was a quiet evening when a truck driver pulled over to film the full moon for his son. He wanted to capture the moment perfectly, but as he focused on the sky, his truck suddenly jolted as if something had struck it.
Anyway, it's pretty cool. What the hell?
Shaken, he stopped immediately. He checked the dashcam footage, hoping to understand what happened. At first, everything looked normal. The road was empty, the night still.
No.
Then something strange appeared. A dark figure standing motionless in the middle of the road. It didn't move, didn't make a sound. The driver stepped out to see for himself, but when he looked, the road was empty. No person, no shadow, no trace of anything at all. Only silence surrounded him. Some now believe he may have seen something not of this world. Something that appeared only for a moment, then vanished without a sign. Paranormal investigators remained, then vanished without a sign. Something that appeared only for a
Sorry,
moment.
I just think I saw that guy. Okay, yo, guys. Is it me or like the bottom half of this has some movement once he takes the camera out? Because the issue that I'm having here is that, well, first of all, this is not hiking. Second, um, the bump is because he hit like a curb or something. It ran, like it probably dropped or it went, like a bump in the road, right? And then he just stopped it so you don't see the bump because he's kind of, right there. He knew exactly where to stop. And then the person in the camera, and then when he goes back, it's not there. I think we saw him. Check out this area over here. There is some movement and it looks like somebody just like almost dodged the camera.
Something not of this world. Something that appeared only for a moment, then vanished without a sign.
There it is.
Paranormal investigating for
I
a moment.
found the guy, guys. Jesus Christ, come on. Was this man, this thing just got me all messed up right now. Um this was scary flashbacks. Come on, guy. Uh I like scary flashbacks content. Not particularly this one. This one is too funny. But yeah, let's just let him finish and then we'll finish off.
Then vanished without a sign. Paranormal investigators remain unsure of what happened that night. For more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video. Comment below which case you find the most horrifying. Don't forget to press the bell icon for future notifications. Stay safe out there, and remember, the forest never forgets who walked into it.
Okay. All right, you guys. So, unfortunately, I was there any hiking on this? I feel like there was just the one with the camera and the guy in the axe, right? Maybe. But regardless, thank you, Scary Flashbacks. I will put his information and the original link to this video if you guys want it. But until then, do what you do when you like a channel. Hit that like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys on the next. Peace.